What's up, guys? It is the Sound Alchemist here with
Gershwan
and the Window, and we want to say welcome back, patrons, to another episode of For the Greater WAAAGH. And we're back at it again, answering your questions.
Again, guys, if you guys want your questions answered for next week's Patreon exclusive For the Greater WAAAGH, comment down in the Patreon video with question. Well, you don't have to put question because we're gonna answer it either way.
Answer it.
But thank you for putting question, Mr. Sakif Lais. For both of you, Gork and Mork? Question mark.
No, Gork or Mork.
Oh, Gork or Mork.
I want to say Mork because it starts with an M.
I want to say Gork because it starts with a G, and G usually is tied to really like dope ass things like a gangsta, a Gatling gun, a goose. So G.
And W is the opposite of M. So,
Wow.
there you go.
Did a wah start with your mother? Damn. Oh shit. Secondly, who is so far in the Imperium of Man, the Astra Militarum, etc., excluding the Emperor himself? Who is the strongest in all aspects, such as physical, psychological, as well as best in fighting and combat? You can list them from 1 to 5 or 1 to 10. I just want to know who's the most powerful loyalist regardless of rank, affiliation, or ideology. Damn.
That was a breathtaker.
Number 1, let's start with we'll do 3 real quick.
All right.
3 is, I want to say, Lysander. He lived in the warp for a while, came back, was held captive by the Iron Warriors, still got out and did his thing, and he's still like kicking and fighting. So him.
Number 2.
Not Creed, because you know what happened in the fall of Cadia.
Yeah. Does he have to be alive?
Yeah, I would say he has to be alive. Yeah.
Malkador, maybe.
Malkador's dead.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
I mean, number 1 would definitely be Caldor Drago.
Yeah, easily, without a doubt. This guy lives in the warp. He's a freaking Grey Knight, meaning he's already like top of the top. Yeah.
But yeah, for number 2, it could be any Blackmane, right?
Ragnar.
Yeah, Ragnar Blackmane.
Najal. No, I don't know, not that guy. What's the other guy? The guy that rides the sleigh.
Santa.
The space wolf dude in the sleigh.
Yeah, I don't know.
I forgot his name, but that guy, he's pretty G.
Yeah. And then he says, finally, we know when Vulcan comes back after all his legendary items of war are collected. But where do you guys think he is? Or what is he doing? And why he went off in the first place? Because he's like the only loyalist Primarch left alive, right? No, there's actually a lot of loyalist Primarchs left alive. They're all just chilling, yeah.
Basically.
He's probably the same place where Lehman Russ is and where Jakatai Khan is.
Where Corvus, Corax is.
Yeah. They're all just probably like sitting back somewhere just chilling.
Yeah.
No, but in reality, I think they're just somewhere in the warp, and they're either captured or they're like fighting in an endless soup of something. Next question.
This one's by Austin Palmer. Say Necrons came back strong in numbers. Who would win, them or the Tau? Necrons, easily.
Big time.
Yeah. I mean, if the Necrons just came back at all, like, they're gonna win. But you're saying they got numbers now? Necrons, without a doubt.
Yep. Is that it for him?
That's all we got.
Barry Black says, do you think that the Eldar during the fall will be willing to sleep with a human, considering they were all depraved? ?
I don't think so, because they see humans as, like, lower beings. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that it has happened. There are hybrids.
Yeah. I don't. Is that so canon? Is that legit?
Well, no, but it happened. But yeah, you're right. They do find them disgusting.
But hey, with a few shots of Jaeger, even disgusting's worth it.
It's kind of like what we see people from the Antarctic are like.
Isaiah Clement. Wait, is the reason why we can't read books from the point of view of Xenos because the God Emperor is real and we need to be protected from the warp and GW is using models as a front? Is this all real?
Yeah.
Yep.
We've said it once and we'll say it again. The Golden Throne is a bunch of Nokias put together. So the building blocks, if I may, to the Golden Throne are within our grasp now. All we need to do is start building them. So get started, Mr. Isaiah. Next question comes from Isaiah Clement again. We'll love a book from a Xenos point of view. Yeah, that would be super awesome. I have one question from Robert Carlile. To me, it depends on the Inquisitor and or Sith or Dark Jedi. I have long debated the Star Wars fans and Warhammer 40k fans. So that's going back to the whole who would win in a fight, a Jedi or a Space Marine, right?
Yeah.
And I still hold true that I think a Space Marine would defeat a Jedi.
Yeah, it's...
Even if it was like Darth Sidious versus, I don't know, Calgar or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like Space Marines were like they've got an upper hand in basically everything. Yeah, I mean, there's no scenario I can think of where a Jedi would win, unless like
they got lucky.
Yeah.
Austin Palmer asked another question. I think this might be something that we've already answered, but it says, I like it a lot. A little more descriptive background area, like smell, something. What? Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, this one's new. And this one is by Caleb Weaver. If Cadia is gone, what will happen to the Cadian regiments? They seem to be the main body of the Imperial Guard, so I guess the real question is, who will replace them if no more armies are coming from Cadia?
No, I don't think the Cadian armies are the main body of the Imperial Guard. There's a lot of them because Cadia needs to be defended, but I think like now that Cadia has fallen, other locations are going to step up, and you have a lot of those. So if you check out our Imperial Guard playlist, all of the Imperial Guard regiments that we've listed are ones that do not originate from Cadia, but do help out Cadia. So
yeah, it's like yeah, you might think like, oh, this regiment comes from, must be like the main backbone of the Imperial Guard, but like the Imperial Guard is like numbers in like the billions. So like if you think like there's millions of this guy, then there's probably like 100 million, and yeah, it's like these are numbers so vast we can't fathom.
Yeah.
Like that's how vast the Imperial Guard are, if that makes sense.
Yep. Sakif Laiz says, "Oh, OMS, just watched the vid on YouTube. Love how you link the pilgrimage of Mecca in. You guys are the best." Add another question from me. Are Space Marines allowed to go visit their families, play soccer or football, or just enjoy themselves? I think we've already answered this. So the question is, no, their minds are erased.
Yeah, if they did have a family back before being Space Marines, they've basically been pumped with like steroids and combat drugs and put in with new organs and gene seed, that their only real goals in life is to provide for the Emperor, which means pray for him, fight for him, and do everything for him.
Yeah, you're basically the family. There are families that like understand that their child went to the Space Marines and they venerate them, and they
it's like a huge honor for them.
Yeah, it's like they become saints almost.
Basically, yep.
But that's as far as it goes. A Space Marine would never come back and be like, "Hey, Mom," because he wouldn't care to.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have room for more questions. And let's go back to the
Previous videos.
yes. So I have a question from Black Templar. Question: if the Black Templars grew to full legion size but still serve the Emperor as they do now, would they be considered heretics in the eyes of the Imperium? So no, because the Space Wolves are not considered heretic, and they're huge.
Yeah, they don't really abide by the Codex Astartes, or the Codex, yeah, isn't that what it's called?
Yeah, Codex Astartes.
Yeah. But, I mean, they are being watched by the Inquisition, but since they don't, I mean, they're doing this all for the Emperor, so they kind of let it slide.
Yep. And then second, do Space Marines listen to music in their spare times? If they do, it's some type of like psalm, or some type of like something you would hear in a Catholic cathedral.
Gregorian chants.
Yep, there you go. Gregorian. Next question comes from Arcantos. What are the different end times? What are the different end games for each of the Chaos Gods?
Like what's their main goal?
Yeah, and has the Emperor's personality been affected by thousands of years of people believing he's a god? Yeah, they have to, right? Mm-hmm. That much ego going, or that much, ego feeding has to go somewhere.
Even though he hated it, he hated the thought of him being thought of as a god.
Yeah.
Which may lead to this scenario. He's just been like getting angrier and angrier because that's what the Imperium is now. They see him as the God Emperor of mankind, not the Emperor, the God Emperor. So since he hates this so much, maybe his hate has been building, and when he finally gets resurrected or comes back or whatever, maybe he will be a Chaos God. Maybe it won't be a good thing to resurrect the Emperor. Maybe that's going to be the final nail in the coffin for the Imperium.
Yes.
This one's by Bible Man.
Oh wait. So what's the end games?
End games.
Yeah, so Korn wants there to just be endless battling.
Fighting.
Nurgle wants endless disease. Slanesh. What does Slanesh want?
Pornhub.
I think she wants pain and no. Is it pain? No, pleasure. She just wants to continue to get fed. And then Zinch wants like a really good chess game.
Yeah. Basically he has like this all of his plans and schemes are like leading up to one final plan and scheme. But
I think even if it succeeds, that he or she is just gonna be like,
oh, you think this is the best? You haven't seen anything yet. Yeah. It's like when they say, oh, take out the trash. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. It's never ending. But yeah, Bible Man. Do you think that Chaos Gods knowingly sent Horus to his death and nerfed his powers after he injured the Emperor, so that the Emperor would kill him, since it did bring the area of war, oppression, and violence and instability to the Imperium, and to the extension of the whole galaxy?
It actually did. If you read the story, it says that like the Chaos Gods withdrew their power from Horus as soon as they realized that
there's no way of him winning.
Yeah. So yep.
Which kind of sucks because it's like, oh, I have all this power. Die, father. Oh no, I'm weak. Oh no, I completely regret everything that I'm doing. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for sending those questions our way, guys. Please comment down below and let us know what other questions you guys want us to answer in these exclusive for the Greater WAAAGH. That's it.
Thanks again, guys. As always, I am the Sound Alchemist here with
Gersh1.
We are One Mind Syndicate, and we are out of here.